Time now to take a look through the French newspapers, and I'm joined by Nicholas Rushworth. Hello,
Hi, Claire.
Nick. Starting off with a whole debate around cannabis.
That's on the front page of Le Parisien, which is a city paper here in Paris, and they're also Aujourd'hui en France, Today in France, a national paper. Now, the headline there, we can see it, Dépénaliser, cela changerait quoi? What would decriminalisation of cannabis, what impact would it have on France? So that debate has opened up because, of all people, the Education Minister, Vincent Payon, has come forward and hinted, well, maybe we should have a debate about this. You know, could that be a way for France to go? That led to panic in the Socialist Party ranks, with the Prime Minister, Jean-Marc Ayrault, coming forward straight away saying, no, it wasn't a socialist pledge, we're not going down that road, because, of course, they don't want to fuel splits within the ruling party or in French politics generally. Now, in the inside pages, I was really struck by this in Le Parisien Aujourd'hui en France today. Apparently, they have a couple of maps showing, you know, the situation with youngsters in France. This map, look at it, it shows 24% consumption rate of cannabis within the last 30 days among guys 15 to 16 in France. So that was a survey in 2011. I was like, wow, I should just look at those people on the street walking by a bit differently.
Is that more than Holland there?
It's big, but what's happening, of course, is that France is among the strictest countries in terms of an outright ban on legalisation. So, of course, there are elements for debate there. Now, also in that paper, Le Parisien Aujourd'hui en France is saying this is not a good way for the government to go. It's explosive. You know, there, une fois encore, le cannabis provoque les débats, a big debate. What could be the interest for the socialists in going down this road of a discussion about this when the socialists can't agree amongst themselves about a policy? Look at the cartoon in Le Parisien today. It's hilarious. It shows the education minister running down the road naked, and two blokes are muttering them to themselves saying, well, what's he been smoking? Going around.
What is he on? Wow, okay. Now, it's also in Le Figaro. I guess they're relishing an opportunity to criticise the socialists.
Well, it's from day to day, isn't it? And so, of course, it's the front page news. We've got a picture of, on the front page, of Jean-Marc Ayrault, the Prime Minister, and behind him, that man himself, the Education Minister, Vincent Payon. Now, the Le Figaro has got an editorial this morning saying, which is entitled Auberge Espagnole. And that translates a movie in France, a hit movie, and it talks about young people going off to Spain and being thrown together. So the translation for Auberge Espagnole for us in English would be potluck, or like a potluck supper. And the editorial in Le Figaro is saying, listen, enough now of this ruling socialist government. What have we got? We've got a potluck supper with everybody bringing their own little ideas to the table. So the education minister is talking about cannabis. You know, obviously, the right are lapping that up, saying, hold on, surveys show that the effect of cannabis on young people is detrimental, but you're the education minister. So, of course, that's pretty much the hot topic today in the French papers.
It's also in Libé, but it's not their top story.
It's not their top story. It is on the front page of Libé, but Libé's taking a more sedate route. There you can see La Révolte des Musées. The French, of course, love their little revolutions. They've had 5 in their history, and from time to time they love to go on strike and have a bit of a revolt. So that captures the eye of the Libé reader. The museums have written, which the museums are Le Louvre, the Musée d'Orsay, the Pompidou Modern Art Centre. They've written to the culture minister to say, no, we don't want this tax, a proposed tax, which would factor in artworks in someone's wealth, a person's wealth. So let's say you own a piece of art that's worth more than 50,000 euros, then you'd have to declare that. And that would go as a lump, join the lump sum of your acquired assets and wealth. And so that would be subject to tax, what's known as the ISF tax. Now, Libé, in its inside pages and its editorial, is saying, well, this ostensibly is a good measure. It's about social justice. It's about redistributing income. There we can see a look at the inside pages of Libé this morning. Their editorial is headlined grotesque. It doesn't agree. Remember, this is the left-wing paper saying that this policy approach by the socialists is not right. Why? Because who gains? The tax would not bring in much income, but it could harm France's market. So, of course, that's a big deal for the French, which are high up in the sort of luxury branding art stakes.
Okay, thank you very much, Nicholas, for running us through the French newspapers.